Hello, welcome back. I'm just doing a little bit of a different video today because I just want to give you a small update of what's happening today in terms of, I think I've mentioned before that we're going into a not-for-profit collaboration with an art space community we're going in as a bakery, but the collab really is about helping the community, doing resources for the community, allowing people back to work schemes and all those type of things. So I've got a meeting this morning at 10:30 a.m. and that is with a couple of the councillors and one of the main council team members that deals with setting up these buildings to allow people like ourselves, like a community project, to be able to branch out from there and operate. Obviously this building, oh gosh, it's a right mess, and it's the old, like a supermarket space. It's been an old co-op. The space is vast, much more than we ever need, but it's pretty much derelict. I think the plan originally for the building was that they were going to flatten the mall, and at some point somewhere across the line there were found to be some sort of heritage status with this building, so that scarpered the plans somewhat, but the building is in a real state of disrepair. There is 3 floors, and the 2 floors that are above, they're not anywhere close to being used or usable by anybody's standards. So for now, the meeting today is to go and to ensure that they're able to get this to what they call white box standard, and then we can work from there, looking for funding, looking for other things, so that we're able to operate in that space. The first sort of rule of that is to get the art space up and running, and then once that art space is sort of, it's usable, people can come in, people can communicate through art and all those things, then we'd start and offer the other side of those. So that the bakery fits in there, but it is for food, it's for drinks and whatever else, but it's just to make the space more habitable for a longer period of time. So rather than people just popping in, having a little quick walk around and then walking back out again, we want people to congregate. So that's the idea behind putting a space in there where people can have a cup of coffee, have a little drink, do things like that. This morning I am not ready at all yet, so I am going to be doing me makeup whilst I chat to you, otherwise I won't have time. So the art space, really, it's been operational for around about a year already, with a group of artists, local artists, that have come together and decided to create, in essence, their own small art gallery. And it's more community led, so it's an art gallery, but it involves children from local schools. It brings in customers from all around to purchase items to fund the project, and it has had some funding from other places as well, which has been really good. And in itself, I mean, it's a really good project. The food added in there with us is going to add that, like I say, that stick around vibe in there, which I think is well needed. But then, in addition to that, we're wanting to open a bit of a learning space. And as I've said before in previous videos, I've done quite a bit of teaching, and I'm not alone with that in the group of people that are coming together to start this project up, because we've got quite a few teachers. So what we're hoping to do is deliver functional skills, things that people are going to be able to take and build on, allowing them to gain employment in local community, maybe even run some workshops where we are able to employ people on a short-term basis, give them sort of employability skills, think all these things are needed in an area like ours, because there's a lot of people that are out of work from whatever means. So I think that space is going to be a really good addition to town. Well, that's what we're hoping, and that's what we're planning on doing. And as we grow, we will add more skills in there, so more spaces for people that are in different communities as well, so the people that are carers, people that are being cared for, people with disabilities, people with mental health issues, people of the LGBTQ community, and I hope I said that right, but I've never been good with acronyms, they're not my thing. But I will learn. But yeah, that's what today is about. All I need to do is get myself ready, take some note paper, and hopefully get some plans nailed down today. We want dates, we want things that are going to happen, things that we need to happen, and the things that they've agreed can happen. Because working with councils, if anybody's done this, it is a slog. Nothing happens fast. Everything's so pulled apart. It's got to go through meetings and panels and everything. Every stage of the way. This is much like with the fostering process as well. It is blocked, and there's always something or somebody pulling in a different direction that's not allowing you to just crack on and get on with it. And I think in some ways it sorts the wheat from the chaff, because if you're not still there by the end of the process, then you probably didn't have the right amount of stuff to do it in the first place. But they really do push it. They do push your patience, they push everything about the process. And then because they can't ever give you any sort of timelines or when things are going to be done, and it's very watery, it's very grey, you can't actually set in motion anything. So between us both the businesses that are coming together to do this project, we had to be out of our space by the 2nd of January, which I've mentioned before. So we've closed and we are awaiting this space opening. And then the art space, they had to be out in December, so they've closed. And now we are waiting for the powers that be within the council to turn around and say, yes, absolutely, we're going to get this white space ready for you. Now, how long that could take is how long's a piece of string. But we're hoping that we can really push it along today. There's 2 businesses potentially completely closed in Castleford until they get their act together and they start and pull some strings there, because it's not going to happen if we keep getting piled into this long queue of paperwork that's probably never going to see light of day. And if we weren't pushing this and we didn't have the backing of the councillors pushing this as well, I don't actually think would have materialised at all. We won't be having this conversation, or we definitely won't be having this meeting. But I will keep you updated. We are really looking forward to this. It's a real community interest project, and I think that given that there's quite a few people coming on board with it, we've got some really good ideas between us all. We've got very different skill sets, but we also blend together really well. That this could be something really nice, and it could be something that allows people within our town and our communities to come together a little bit more, to be a bit more accepting of each other, and to allow the skills share from the community as well. So other people that have skills can come in, and we want to create a safe space where they could maybe set up a workshop themselves and they could display their skills, and other people may or may not come and find some value in that. So I thank you for coming and watching my video today. Please like, comment or subscribe, or all 3. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.